Good morning, everybody. It's time for your Farm and Ranch News. Now, with us on this morning's program is Bob Hansen, a rancher from that White Sulphur Springs, Montana country. Now, Bob is also the president of the Montana Farm Bureau Federation. And, Bob, thanks for being on the program this morning with us. We want to start the program off talking about the fact that you were just recently elected to the American Farm Bureau Federation's board of directors at the Seattle convention. You also joined Wyoming Farm Bureau Federation President Perry Livingston on that board. Talk about your role on that AFBF board.
Well, I'm replacing one person from the 14 western states, and one of two people that were elected to the board this time. And we have about 4 meetings a year in Washington, D.C. The first meeting we had was pretty boilerplate, but the first one coming up here in a couple weeks in March will be in Washington, D.C. Whether the weather will let us get in or not, that'll be something else.
Well, we're lucky enough to have both you and Perry on that board representing us folks out here in the Rocky Mountain West. We're doing this program here in Billings, Montana. That's because you're in town this week for the Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance Agents annual meeting. Talk about your role there.
Well, being president of the Montana Farm Bureau Federation, that puts you in the position that you're vice president of the Mountain West Insurance Company in Laramie, and there's 5 people from Montana that serve on the board with 7 people from Wyoming. Perry Livingston is the president of the company, and I was invited down here to welcome the agents. That both Montana and Wyoming agents are here in Billings this week for training and kind of their convention, and next year it'll rotate back to Wyoming.
Well, thanks for taking some time this morning to give us a few of these updates. Again, Bob Hansen, the president of the Montana Farm Bureau Federation. Now these messages.
Hey, honey, it's me. Can you start the washing machine?
Technology. It's not really my strong suit, but I get by. Figured out how to program my thermostat, and that saves me $280 a year. Just by pushing a few buttons. Not bad, huh? What can you do? Find out at togetherwesave.com.
Energy saving tips brought to you by Tri-State and your local Touchstone Energy cooperatives. Always looking out for you.
Driver gets the gates today.
I'll open them if you got them.
Sounds good. Ranchers, you've heard us talk about the Cadillac and livestock handling equipment. The name Pearson means squeeze chutes, designed for cattlemen by cattlemen. Hoskins Waters keep the water flowing, maintenance free in the summer and ice free in the winter. These stainless steel waterers are guaranteed for 25 years against rust and corrosion.
I think you'll need these. I can't believe you did that.
Welcome back. Again, our guest this morning is Bob Hansen, the president of the Montana Farm Bureau Federation. And Bob, thanks for taking some time to join us on the program and visit with folks across Montana and Wyoming about some very important issues that are impacting not only Farm Bureau members but others in both states. And of course, we throw in the state of Idaho. How can we not talk about brucellosis? What is Farm Bureau doing there?
Well, we're working with the Board of Livestock, and they recently come reveal their plan of what they're planning on doing, and they haven't written the rules about the kind of the special area that they're going to have around the park. And so we're putting together a study group of producers and to look at this, and along with the Board of Livestock have some input into what we can do to help the producers that they can live with, because we feel that this special area around the park is probably going to increase in size instead of decrease in size, as long as we still have the infection with the buffalo. That's where the situation is.
And in the few seconds we have left in the program, the other big hot button issue with both states is also wolves.
Wolves play a role in this thing because it changes the wildlife's normal patterns, and we are in a lawsuit involved trying to get the wolves back into where they're being delisted, because we've reached the targets what they originally stated to have that would be where they needed to be, and if you've done that, it's time to go forward and delist them.
Well, keep up the good work. Bob Hansen with Montana Farm Bureau. That's your farm news. I'm Russell Nemitz.